Hey there guys, my name's Ben and you are watching the Be a Hero Gaming channel. If you're new to the channel, I want you to do two things. One, I want you to play games and have a good time with your family and your friends. And number two, I want you to be a hero in real life. And what I mean by that is playing games, we have a good time. And I think as the gaming community, the reason why we love it so much is because it feels great to level up a character or to play a good card or to win a game. But at the end of the day, it's just something we do for fun. It's a hobby. It's not really going to change our lives that much, but the things you do in your real life really will change your life. So be heroes in your games, but more importantly, be heroes in real life. The topic of today's video is where are the wonders of the first play boosters? That's been something that's been on people's minds. And in fact, there was a lengthy discussion on the Discord the other day about that. And people were kind of posting all kinds of feelings and thoughts, which actually I thought people were pretty diplomatic for the most part. Nobody really got out of hand, which I was pretty pleased to see. And I think that goes to show some of the great people we have in this community. But people were wondering, where are these play boosters at that are kind of supposed to be out pretty soon now? But before we get to that, I want to talk about something that's going to help all of us when it comes to purchasing our cards, our games, our hobbies, and kind of the thoughts and feelings that go into that. And what I mean by that is the great thing about being a human is we get to enjoy all kinds of emotions. And some of them are kind of bad and some of them are good, but we get to enjoy all these emotions. And I don't know if you're like me or my family, but whenever someone's feeling an emotion, they always want to go listen to music to amplify the emotion. Because for some reason, as humans, we crave deep emotion. We want to feel. And so we get excited about a game and we're feeling. And sometimes you make decisions or say things that maybe you later regret because you're so deep into that emotion. And maybe not regarding games, but particularly I want to talk about the emotion of anger. And when you think about it, think about this may be something I've talked about in videos before, but it's really important. Think about times in your life when you got really upset, when you got really angry. And then later you had time to kind of cool off and calm down a little bit, think a little more rationally. How many times did you look back on your anger and think, man, I'm really glad I got ticked off. I am so glad I was so mad because it really did me some good. And I don't know about you guys, but there's very, very few times when I got really mad, maybe zero, where I was really happy that I got mad. And the funny thing is, when you're really mad, you feel like your anger is so justified that whatever happened to you, whether it was out of your control or somebody else's choice or whatever, you feel so justified in your anger. You know what? I deserve to be angry. But here's the problem. When we get really fired up like that, we end up making bad decisions. We end up saying things we regret, doing things we regret, even thinking things that lead to decisions later that probably aren't the best decisions. So think about that the next time you get really angry. Think about, you know what? This has never really served me before. This has never really helped me. So maybe I should spend some time and chill out a little bit and then revisit the situation, see if I can think a little more clearly. Now, the same thing can happen with games, and we're kind of starting to see this a little bit with the collector boosters. And what I mean by that is, I think, again, the collector boosters are pretty much gone. You can only get them on secondary market because they were available from eBay, and now, sorry, not from eBay. They're available from the Kickstarter initially, and so now you can get them on either eBay. There are several Whatnot streams where you can purchase stuff that's ripped live. And at the filming of this video, these collector boxes are going for like 400 plus on eBay. The booster bundles are going for like $100 or more, which is crazy to me. I can't, in fact, I was selling some of these and I paused because I kind of got freaked out that the prices were starting to go so high. First of all, why is that? Okay, well, first of all, it's because people love this game. It's a great game and people want the game. But this is all that's available right now. And so people are kind of wondering where are the play boosters at? Because I want the play boosters. I don't want to spend $400 for a collector box or $100 for a booster bundle. I want to just buy some play boosters and just play. Open packs, get some papers, get some foils, make some decks. So first of all, let me just say that, I keep saying first of all a lot. Sorry about that. Okay, second of all, third of all, whatever I'm at now. I am not an official Wonders person. I just talk to people and chat with people and get some information here and there. So my information might be flawed. It might not be exactly correct. But from what I understand, the play boosters are not going to be out for another 45 to 60 days. So, and I know that might be kind of disappointing because I think they were kind of supposed to be out by now. But again, printing backlog. You have to get in line and get your stuff printed. And I think they even tried to negotiate with the printer to try to get their stuff moved forward, and it just didn't pan out. They said, you know what? This is your spot in line, 45 to 60 days. So I would plan on 60 days. So it's the beginning of June right now. So June, July, beginning of August is what I would plan on. And the reason why is because if they come out earlier than that, then great, wonderful. That's super cool. But you don't want to plan on 45 days. You don't want to think, hey, maybe middle of July they're going to come out, and then they don't. Plan on beginning of August to see the play boosters. And if they come out earlier than that, then great. The good news is, from what I understand, there are a couple of things that are going to be better about the card quality when the play boosters come out. My two biggest gripes about the card quality, I still love this game. I still collect the cards. I still buy cards from people. And I can't get enough of this. But my two biggest gripes about the card quality is, one, there was a slight variation in the card sizing. Okay, when you put a stack of cards together, they were kind of a little bit varying in size. And I think that was due to the fact they had a couple of different blades that were cutting the cards. And while one of them was cutting, they were sharpening the other one. And I don't know if they weren't sized properly or what happened, but they know about that. And they're going to address that and aim to get the cards more uniform, which I am super excited about. And if you're going to take an extra 60 days to do that, wonderful, go for it. Because I want the cards to be a little more uniform. The other issue was there's a little bit of chipping on the edges of the cards. And that was due to the matte finish of the cards, which I absolutely love. And I didn't realize how much I loved that till I compared Wonders of the First cards to other collectible card games. And I realized those cards looked like plastic. They looked like pieces of plastic. And I didn't realize how shiny and plasticky they were until I compared them to a Wonders of the First card. And I love the matte finish. It looks a little more classy, looks a little more OG, and I like it. So and I guess they've been sending them different samples of cards so they can see about that chipping on the sides when they cut the cards out, if that can be reduced. So if you're going to take another 60 days to get in line to get the right cardboard or whatever, or the right blades so that they're all uniform, if they can fix those two, I don't even care about the card curling for the foils. I know a lot of people have been upset about that. Guys, reality is almost all foil cards curl. All of them do, from all games. And if you don't think that, well, okay, I guess you can think whatever you want to. But there's several other games that we play, and all the foil cards curl. So I don't care about that. But if they can fix the uniformity in the cards and a little bit of the chipping, man, it's going to be golden. And I am totally willing to wait 60 days for those cards. Now, with that in mind, another topic of controversy is, are we cramming too much stuff together? Okay, so first of all, the game just came out in March. Okay, so it's been out March, April, May, 2.5 months. So it's just barely come out. But again, people are so excited for this game because it's so cool. People just want more and more. But set number 2, Call of the Stones, is slated to come out in October. So if the play boosters are released in August, a lot of people think, well, that's pretty tight for play boosters to be in August. The second set in October, a couple months later, and then there's a major tournament coming up. And so how's that going to work for people to refine decks and put things together? Guys, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And so you can get upset about that, or just embrace it because that is just the way it is. August for Play Boosters, October for Call of the Stones. The good news is the Play Boosters should be out for a long time, a couple of years. Okay, so once they get going and printed and distributed, there's no rush to get after them because they're going to be out for a while. But I know people are going to want to get them anyway and rush after them. But that leads me to the next topic is I think the reason why the prices are so high on these is because people are waiting for the Play Boosters. So I know this is a tough pill to swallow, but my recommendation would be if you don't want to pay $400 for a collector box, don't. Or $100 for a booster bundle, don't. Just wait for the Play Boosters. If you want a collector box, I would maybe even say wait for the Play Boosters because I think my gut tells me that when the Play Boosters come out, the prices on these will drop. Because the only reason they're so high, because it's the only product available. That's why it's so high, because it's all you can get. As soon as Play Boosters come out, I think prices on the collector packs are going to drop, and then they're going to come back up. And so if you want to pick some of these up, if they're not all ripped in the next 2 months, because I know people are ripping the heck out of these, you might be able to pick up a couple boxes. I don't know. Now that I think about it, I could be wrong. I don't know. For how fast people are ripping these, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think the price is due to the fact that this is the only thing out and that it's going to get better, or if it's just going to keep going higher and higher and higher. But the good news is Play Boosters are on the way. Again, the game's brand new. It's going to take a while for things to get going, for this Steam engine to pick up speed. And when it does, it's just going to be unstoppable. But really, the only thing I can say now, guys, unfortunately, we have to have a little bit of patience while we wait for the products to be released. And when they come out, hopefully, it will be a large print run of Play Boosters, and there will be lots of boxes available for us to purchase and rip and start making some decks. So with that said, you have to be really careful with the emotion of buying products, of buying these boxes, because I know sometimes we make decisions based off of FOMO, of fear of missing out. We feel like, I'm going to miss out. Are you buying the product because you like it and you enjoy it and it's worth it to you? $400 for a collector box, that's totally worth it to me. I'll pay that all day long. Then by all means, go for it. But make sure you're not neck deep in your emotions, your excitement about the game, and your thirst for it, that you're making decisions that you probably shouldn't make. Should you go into debt and spend all your kids' college money on games? Probably not. That's probably a bad idea, okay? If you have some extra money and all your bills are paid and you think, hey, you know what? I can go pick up a box, then wonderful. But just be really careful. Again, as human beings, we crave this deep emotion, and nothing stirs it up like an awesome collectible card game like Wonders of the First. So just make sure you're keeping that in check and you're making decisions with your head as well as decisions with your emotions, something you like, something you enjoy, but it fits into your plan, fits into your budget. Guys, Play Boosters are on the way. We just have to be patient, and hopefully when they come out, the card quality is going to be better. There's going to be lots of cards for all of us to enjoy. But again, I would love to know what your thoughts are. If you want to post a comment below, like the video, if you want to see more of this content. The channel's basically almost shifted entirely to Wonders of the First just because I love this game so much. All other games have been shelved. We still kind of play them from time to time, but this is kind of what's been consuming all of our time just because we love this game and it's great. And I think it has a wonderfully bright future. For stuff that the team has in store, I love it when they talk about how they have all this stuff backlogged and slated and ready to go and lined up. And they said, if only we could tell you what we have in store for you guys. We can't because of non-disclosure agreements and stuff like that. And I just love that. And I don't know if they're saying that to hype us up or I don't think they are. I think they really do have good stuff. Based off of what's already come out, I think they really do have good stuff on the way. So we just have to sit back and enjoy the ride and use what we have for now. play some games, make some decks, shift some cards around, but product is on the way. Guys, I hope you're playing games and having a good time with your family and your friends, getting away from screens and technology and spending some time sitting at the table, enjoying some company. But when you put the game away, think about how you can level up in your real lives. And one of those ways is keeping our emotions in check and using them at the appropriate moment, but not getting so deep that we end up making bad decisions. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.